CTV News with Ricardo, Veneza.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Our viewers may have noticed Ricardo hasn't been anchoring CTV's late-night newscast for the last few weeks. There is a reason for that, and now he wants to share with our viewers why. 2 weeks ago, while on a tour of Ontario, Ricardo was involved in a serious motorcycle crash. He is recovering in a Toronto hospital and is going to be okay, but has a long road ahead of him. Ricardo wanted to share this message. I can't say enough about the fast actions of bystanders, paramedics, and doctors who rushed to my rescue following a terrible end to a fantastic trip. Thanks isn't enough for their efforts, and I hope I can repay it in some small way down the line. I have fantastic support around me from friends, family, and loved ones, the medical staff watching over me, and of course my newsroom colleagues. I am looking forward to returning to full strength and back to the news desk in due time. While Ricardo heals, you will be seeing different members of the CTV Windsor team anchoring the late newscast. We do wish Ricardo a speedy recovery and are sending him and his family our well wishes. Now, work appears to be shifting into gear at the Windsor assembly plant, where the third shift is making a big return. Stellantis confirming the added production will begin in early 2026. CTV's Robert Lothian joins us now with the latest. Robert, how did we get here?
Yeah, Stefanie, despite projecting a $1.7 billion tariff bill in 2025, Stellantis doesn't appear to be slowing production. Instead, it's doing the opposite, expanding production here in Windsor to meet the forecasted demand. After months of bumps along the road, Windsor assembly plant workers hope to be turning a corner.
It's just nice to finally see that shining light.
Stellantis announcing Tuesday the third production shift will be returning in the first quarter of 2026. Outside the plant, workers feel reason for optimism.
I've had faith the whole time that this was going to actually happen, and it's just nice to finally see it come true.
It was kind of out of nowhere, but it's appreciated, and it's, as I said, means good things.
It's not surprise. It's relief that it's coming to fruition.
The shift was canceled in 2020 before becoming a promise in 2023 contract talks. This year, tariffs and trade uncertainty has forced plant shutdowns and rotating shifts. Unifor Local 444 says this move will spur up to 1,500 jobs.
They'll make sure they have all the things they need in place in order to run 3 shifts, and then ultimately get into hiring to accommodate the third shift.
Ramped up production comes on the back of strong forecasts. Stellantis is banking on the Pacifica and the new 6-pack powered Dodge Charger Scat Pack and RT models.
Pent-up demand since the Charger's been out of the old Charger's been out of production for almost 2 years now. Will spike the sales come first quarter.
Forecasters are expecting sustained interest for the Windsor-made models. After a 5-year pause, there's hope this will drive the third shift for years to come.
We're fully expecting production to rise to good levels, levels solid enough to keep a third shift at least through 26 and 27.
The third shift was previously a staple for nearly 27 years here in Windsor, and officials are hopeful for a similar run this time around. Now, as for hiring, the company is expected to begin taking in more workers, leading up to the expanded production. Stefanie.
Uplifting news. Okay, Robert Lothian tonight. Thank you, Robert. And Stellantis is not the only one investing in our area. A $22 million commitment from the provincial government is expected to unlock opportunities in LaSalle. CTV's Bob Belichico has the details.
The number's so big, I don't know if it's going to fit.
The province is committing $22.4 million to the Howard Bouffard Stormwater Infrastructure Project, a step needed to build more residential and commercial development in LaSalle.
We've been talking for years and years about the Howard Bouffard plan, and that's really the next area of growth for our municipality, and this opens that up for us.
The town of LaSalle has so much to offer, and I almost feel like the town's been left behind for the past 20 years because of this specific issue.
The $22 million grant is the largest in LaSalle's history, according to Mayor Crystal Malash. Once key infrastructure like stormwater management is in place, construction could begin within 3 to 5 years, paving the way for what the province estimates could be up to 10,000 new homes.
It involves over 1,000 property owners, right? They're part of that Howard-Bouffard area. But this is a really 20-year plan for the town of LaSalle. This is the biggest growth we'll see in the town.
It's the most exciting news I've ever heard since I've ever lived out here. It's going to give a huge shot in the arm to the town of LaSalle and finally get the development going that we've been waiting for so long.
The funding comes from the province's Housing Enabling Infrastructure Fund. Mayor Malash says drainage will be the primary focus in the early stages of the project. Once complete, the area is expected to welcome up to 20,000 new residents with a mix of single detached homes and multi-residential units across various price points to ensure balance. The development will also include new commercial spaces.
It's not just houses, because I know people just focus on houses. It's also going to be new schools. It's also going to be commercial. Like it is a complete community going in there.
Bob Belichico, CTV News.
Meantime, the city of Windsor is moving ahead with phase 2 of its airport employment lands plan. The goal is to unlock 93 hectares of land near the Windsor airport, making it shovel ready for more industrial development and investment. The city had success in phase 1, attracting companies like Mint. The city's manager of land development and grow tells AM 800 the zoning doesn't really support it right now, but the city is working to change that. Joe Baker says there's a growing need for industrial land, and Windsor is being proactive, making more airport land available. The proposal will eventually go before City Council for formal planning and approval. A local hospital is cutting wait times by being more efficient, by training their staff, and by creating a whole new unit. Michelle Molesky with the second part of her exclusive look at Erie Shores Healthcare.
Empty beds are a rarity in any Ontario ER. It's frustrating for sick patients. It's frustrating for doctors.
At times, we're sitting waiting for someone to be brought in, but because we're bedlocked, it can be very difficult because we want to have the right space to assess an individual, and a bed is the appropriate space.
So Erie Shores Healthcare started to track what they call idle bedtime. How long is a bed in use when it's not the right use?
The ADU has definitely helped getting the inpatients where they needed to be, which helps to free up the acute care beds.
The admission and discharge unit has its own wing. If an ER patient needs to have more care and is being admitted to the hospital, they come here to wait for an inpatient bed.
There is an admission discharge nurse that's there. She completes all the admission paperwork.
Meanwhile, back in the ER, staff are already cleaning the ER room to make way for another waiting patient.
This helps to kind of create that flow so that we can get those waiting room patients in to be seen by the provider faster.
And then once the inpatient is ready to go home, they return back to the ADU.
Even when patients get discharged, sometimes you're waiting for transportation or family that can take 5 or 6 hours.
Patients can wait here instead of waiting for a doctor to come back with final instructions.
The same nurse, the admission discharge nurse, will do all the patient education, go over the medication reconciliation, and provide any health teaching that is required before the patient leaves.
And once again, housekeeping is already hard at work, getting the inpatient bed cleaned and ready for another person.
ADU is about $2.8 million to run the program.
Officials say it's paying off.
Where we're able to improve that up to 6 hours by looking at those real-time metrics. And when we can do that, we can move someone efficiently up to the floor, and now that gives me an extra bed to assess someone in a timely fashion down here.
To put it another way, Erie Shores' idle bedtime has dropped by 6 hours.
It's about creating a safe space for them to get the care that they need in the time that they need it.
Michelle Molesky, CTV News.
A familiar face in local animal welfare has launched a new venture looking to lower pet care costs for owners. CTV's Travis Fortnum caught up with the former executive director of the Humane Society, Melanie Coulter, at her new clinic.
Veterinary care doesn't come cheap, and for many pet owners, even routine visits can be tough to manage. That's the gap a new non-profit clinic in Windsor is trying to fill. It's co-founded by Melanie Coulter, now head of operations here.
We started talking about it a while ago and realized that this was something that our community needed and that we knew we could provide.
Coulter spent nearly 2 decades leading the Windsor-Essex Humane Society before being abruptly ousted last year. She says the new clinic is a way to continue the work she's dedicated her career to.
Access to care has been an issue, especially over the last 5 years. People are just struggling.
Here, the focus is on affordable spay and neuter, microchipping, nail trims, and even end-of-life care. Services Coulter says are often the hardest to find at a fair price.
This isn't something that I expected to be doing, but it does feel very natural. It feels like we're providing services that we know we need. It's great because our entire team is formerly Humane Society employees, so we're all really dedicated to animal welfare.
That includes Kayla Beetham, a veterinarian who also worked at the Humane Society before joining Coulter in this new venture.
A lot of this comes from what we see from being at the Humane Society and really in the community as a whole. What we hear from people that they want to do the right thing, they want to get their pet fixed, but they don't have that ability or that access.
The team hopes this clinic can make that care more accessible and says there's still room to grow.
Hopefully in the future we'll be able to expand further.
Travis Fortnum, CTV News.
Meteorologist Gary Archibald has your full weather details coming up in 2 minutes' time. Starting a new school year and possibly living on your own for the first time can be stressful. Still ahead, tips on how young adults can manage anxiety. Gary joins me again for an extended look at the weather. And Gary, plenty of sunshine to go around.
You're right about that. Good evening once again, folks. We're talking about that ridge of high pressure. Essentially, it is cooler air in the upper atmosphere. It's denser air, so it sinks gradually to the surface, inhibiting cloud development, hence the clearer sky. Now, it doesn't always do it completely uniformly. Sometimes we'll see fair weather cloud in pockets, right? But it's not precipitating cloud, and that was the case today. Reached a high just above 24. Our average high is just shy, just under 24, so we were seasonal. Technically speaking, not much to see across southwestern Ontario or southern Ontario, the lower Great Lakes proper. In fact, I think we'll see a repeat performance just like today. Embedded cloud in the mid to upper levels is benign in nature. It's not going to produce any precipitation. If we do see showers, it's actually going to be well to our north and pushing off east. And the overnight temperatures are rebounding a bit. It's been cooler. We've been down to about 8-9 degrees at times over the last couple of days. We'll look at 12, and that's a hint of it being slightly warmer today, tomorrow, and perhaps for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, combined across much of southern Ontario. That's the story. And speaking about tomorrow, Wednesday looks really beautiful. 14 degrees already at 8 a.m. The wind is calm through to, say, noon, 1 o'clock. We're 22 degrees at lunch hour for most. And then from 12 p.m. to 5, we'll note the UV index will be as high as 7. That's considered high, so use your sunscreen, of course, to protect yourself from UVA and B damage. We'll reach a high of about 25, a couple of degrees above seasonal. And that's what I've been talking about. We are slightly above the norms for this time of the year and will be, I think, for the next 6 days straight. 25 apiece Wednesday into Thursday. Friday still sunny. Looking at some showers on a mostly cloudy Saturday, 27. Still holding on to mid to upper 20s. Sunday, 27, a mixture of sun and cloud, down to 25, but that's still a couple of degrees above seasonal, a fair weather day, and then cooling off a bit, but still lovely, 22. If I could choose a stat, 22 all year round, a mixture of sun and cloud. I like the shadow effect of cloud and sun, right? Just to break it up a bit, a little bit more drama overhead, but this is a lovely forecast. I will say this, the lack of rain this summer, now leading into fall that's upcoming, has been a detriment to our growers. in the agricultural community. So we do take that very seriously. That's a look at your weather.
The Liberal government introduced the Canada Strong Pass this summer in an effort to get Canadians to travel within the country. It is now over, and we are learning about the impact on Canadian tourism. CTV's Maria Saru reports.
Late summer on PEI, and a steady stream of people trek to Brackley Beach for a spot in the sand and a quick dip.
Going in the water.
We try to get out at least once a week, if we can, and we enjoy it.
That ritual was more affordable this year with the Canada Strong Pass. It was launched by the Mark Carney government in June and ended this week. The pass offered free admission to national parks and museums for many, discounted camping, plus lower Via Rail fares.
That certainly supported the people coming to the beach, and so all good.
New numbers show a 15% increase in attendance at national museums, 10% more visits at Parks Canada Places, and at least 50,000 Canada Strong Pass bookings on Via Rail, with final results in the coming weeks. Tourism operators in PEI say it came at the right time.
We kind of had this perfect storm of reasons for Canadians to explore Canada.
Some Canadian travelers are boycotting trips south of the border. In June, the number of return trips from the U.S. was down nearly 29% year over year. Canadians choosing to explore here at home also boosted local businesses.
We've certainly heard from operators that there's been an increase.
Now the push is on for a strong fall season, and at this national park, the crowds keep coming, soaking up the last days of summer. Maria Saru, CTV News, Brackley Beach, Prince Edward Island.
More and more Canadians, it seems, are hitting the brakes on the idea of possibly purchasing electric vehicles. But as CTV Quebec Bureau Chief Geneviève Beauchemin reports, the road that could spur some to make that purchase runs right to China.
If Canadians were in the driver's seat, it seems Chinese-made EVs could have an easier road into the local market, at least according to a Nanos survey. It found 6 in 10 Canadians support removing 100% tax on all Chinese-made electric vehicles. This in hopes China may remove tariffs against Canadian crops like canola.
These jobs are not easy.
The agriculture minister said today the tariffs are under review, but that any decision would take a look at the impacts on other sectors.
We'll see where that leads, but the discussions are ongoing and we're in a very fragile position.
Maurice Hébert is among drivers wanting to open up the market to China, though he is still far from going electric.
They're very, very upgraded.
But still, would you buy one of the Chinese?
No, we got the same problem, the battery.
New numbers show EV sales dropped 39% since last year, and plug-in hybrids 2%.
It's going to be a more efficient transition if we open up the market so that anyone who can provide quality electric vehicles that our consumers choose to buy, there will be only that much more choice for consumers.
Without tariffs, but also without adding the costs of safety certification and shipping, the price tag for a Chinese-made Seagull by BYD, now the world's largest EV manufacturer, is around $13,800. Some in Canada's industry say the low cost could come at a high price.
Certainly, running around with a blind spot isn't good, but also giving away your market because pressure, because EV enthusiasts would like to see these Chinese vehicles. Well, the enthusiasts don't employ anybody.
Ottawa has said that Canadian consumers deserve cheaper EVs, but some manufacturers say scrapping tariffs isn't the way to go. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.
Strength in the energy sector helped Canada's main stock index finish slightly higher. In Toronto, the TSX gained 35 points. In New York, the Dow added 196, the Nasdaq up 81. The Canadian dollar fell 0.07 cents. On commodity markets, gold gained almost $5 an ounce, and oil is up 37 cents a barrel.
The spot where it all began. 89X is back. Windsor's alternative. 89X.
Addiction experts are raising concerns about the increasing number of Canadian teenagers with gambling problems. As Pauline Chan reports, they want stronger regulations brought in for gambling advertisements.
About 18 months after single-event sports betting was legalized across Canada in August 2021, Dr. Sean Kelly says he began seeing adolescents, mainly boys, coming in with online gambling-related problems.
It tends to be at the lower end, 12 to 13, all the way up to their young 20s.
But the thing that really drove home how influential online gambling ads are was an incident with one of his own kids.
Asked me what the difference between plus minus and an over-under was. And that was, hearing that from a 7-year-old made me become keenly aware of who was being affected by these advertisements.
And while there are restrictions on who can participate in online betting,
just like all adult-oriented online content, keeping youth away from it has yet to be effective in certain spaces.
Dr. Kelly says the harms tend to be mostly financial, but also things like substance use, anxiety, and depression can result.
I'm very concerned that suicidal behavior may seem like a reasonable solution to a financial problem that they have caused for themselves and their families.
The Canadian Medical Association Journal says we can't wait for a rash of severe results like teen suicides before acting on the problem of teen online gambling. And they're supporting a new bill to create a framework of stronger restrictions.
A number of advertisements per segment, number of advertisements per broadcast, there's a whole bunch of different ways that this could be measured and addressed.
Bill 211 passed its second reading in the Senate in June, but the CMAJ says it's just a first step. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
It's a transitional time of year, especially for younger people starting a new school year, potentially living on their own for the first time. With those challenges comes anxiety. Vanessa Wright has more on the ways to manage those autumn stresses.
It's a season praised for its cozy comforts, but experts say fall can change our mood as much as it does the scenery.
The transition from summer to fall means, less sunlight, cooler weather. We spend more time indoors, although I would argue that, fall in the Maritimes is, kind of my favorite season in many ways. It is a time where we start to nest down a little bit.
As psychologist Dr. Brent McDonald explains, the season can be stressful for young adults, especially those making the transition from high school to post-secondary.
Things like, moving away from home, moving away from that core family support that you might have had and core friendship supports to new friends, new situations, new towns in many cases, or new provinces.
Dalhousie students say their rocky start to school has stirred feelings of anxiety.
I moved here from Toronto just about a week ago, and I was supposed to start classes this week, but because of the strike with Dalhousie staff, we haven't been able to start, and we don't really know what's going on. We haven't gotten a ton of information.
But right now we're just trying to keep our mind off it, do what we can. Yeah, spend some time outside.
Dr. McDonald says it's important for youth to practice mental toughness and embrace the fear of taking a risk.
And then once you've gotten into that, what happens naturally is you develop resilience. You develop that sense of, if something doesn't go the way I wanted it to, that's okay.
And some advice from those with more life experience.
Take it as a new beginning. You are starting something new, so be energetic, be ready for that, and embrace the change.
Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
Discussion here at Windsor City Hall.
Windsor's top stories.
A major project is about to get underway.
Breaking news alerts.
Severe weather is a possibility.
And watch live.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Download the CTV News app.
Familiar and meaningful sight is back in Riverside.
As you drive or walk down Wyandotte Street and see all these great men and women watching over us who gave of themselves for our freedom and way of life, it is truly heartwarming.
48 banners honoring local men and women who served in the military now hang proudly along Wyandotte Street East. Each banner showcases a veteran's name, photo, and service details, adding a heartfelt touch to the neighborhood. Now, this marks the 4th year of the campaign. It's a joint effort by the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 255, the Old Riverside BIA, and NWIN Utilities. A ceremony this morning marked the occasion, celebrating the community's ongoing tribute to its heroes.
This year, my husband and I sponsored a banner in honor of his grandfather, who passed away many years ago. Seeing his photo displayed has been such a powerful reminder to our family of the years he served in the military and the sacrifices he made for the betterment of this country. For our family and countless other families across the community, this project is deeply personal and truly unique.
The Detroit Auto Show is gearing up for January 2026 with some major momentum. Ford, General Motors, Stellantis, and Toyota are the first global automakers confirmed for the show at Huntington Place. Organizers say more brands will be announced and soon. The 2026 show will also bring back fan favorites, including Racing Day, which will feature a vehicle demo track, hands-on experiences, and sessions with IndyCar drivers. Gary, I love the Detroit Auto Show. I've been going there since I was a kid.
Anything cars, I love. That's been the case. My dad, my brother, me, even my dog. My dog likes the car, going for a ride. So, yes, Detroit Auto Show is awesome if you get to go. I don't know if I'm going to have time to. Yeah, share pictures with us. Share it all. By the way, a couple of things to point out that I shouldn't avoid speaking of. The UV index is going to be high for the next few days. And because people are lulled into the sense, oh, summer's over and whatnot, they don't use, and sometimes I don't use and should, sunscreen. So let's make sure we protect ourselves. Enjoy the sunshine. Use your sunscreen. We can do both. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sunny and mid-20s. And the weekend, despite the rain, which we need, isn't looking all that bad. And then we just cool down, but still remain fair Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wherever you are, have a great night's sleep. Pack your lunches with your sunscreen, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
And if you have a sweet tooth, our last story of the night is for you. In the United States, a new flavor has entered the Girl Scout cookie game called Explore Moors. The Girl Scouts' latest creation packs chocolate, marshmallows, and toasted almond flavors into a Rocky Road-inspired cookie. The organization says the name captures the limitless spirit of exploration that drives Girl Scouts. Explore Moors will be sold nationally during the upcoming Girl Scout cookie season from January through April. Sounds delicious. That's your news for tonight. Thank you for joining us. See you here tomorrow.